Greetings fans, hyperfans, and people just lost looking for videos of cats on YouTube. It is the beginning of 2016 and I'm pretty sure I owe you guys a Transformers video. In the last bundle I got from SirToys, I received this fellow here. This is not Age of Extinction Snarl as he looks, but a Chinese KO from our friends over at Bao. He shipped me from SirToys along with his instruction sheet, which is pretty much a copy of the Hasbro release. The one interesting thing though is that it does point out that he has some metallic parts on him. So what we're looking at here is a KO of a line that I really don't have a lot of interest in, but with a slight upgrade of being metallic. Also, in the same parcel was this guy. Now he's from yet another Chinese company called Weijiang, who have been doing a series of these oversized Movieverse figures, again with the metal parts. Now despite coming from two different companies, the plastic quality is exactly the same, the metal quality is exactly the same, even the paint quality and paint colour are identical. So it's making me think one manufacturer, two distributors? Very probably out there. Now, reviewing this guy is basically going to be whatever's been said about the Hasbro one before with a couple of, oh look, he's got metal bits on him. So I'm going to pop him off to one side and just concentrate on the bigger brother. So if I have a look at the plastic, and get that out of the way for now. Most of it is either a very solid green. You can see a little bit of swirl in it. Usually that means the plastic's not been mixed too well, but I've seen a couple of toys do that for effect. And this translucent yellow plastic. Even these pieces here are the translucent yellow and just painted green over the top. Other than that, you've got a few pieces of the grey. Very, very hollow, but that's from the original as well. In Dino mode, you have two hinges on the neck. On the front, you have a ball joint for each shoulder, I guess, and a pin joint, giving him a little bit of articulation at the knee. On the back, nothing at the top, a turn at the thigh, and a pin joint again at the knee. Nothing at the feet on those, again not there on the original. Tail, no articulation, so pretty solid apart from the head. Wasn't much different on the G1 guys. In fact, I think the legs are probably only a slightly more, and the neck far more. It's an odd aesthetic. I like it. I think it's better than a lot of the Movieverse robots, but he doesn't really strike me as a Transformers aesthetic. But then again, I am a filthy G1 fan, and I do not remember the Dinobots being Power Ranger colours. But despite my loathing of the movies, I actually really like this toy. He's got, at this bigger size, some real heft to him and some real presence. If I just bring in, for size comparison, Starscream. It's a bulky dinosaur. His transformation is pretty easy. The front concertina's out. The legs fold up, head folds away into the leg cavity to fill it in a little bit. He's actually got another fake head on the other side just to keep that looking nice and even. Not particularly fond of the clown shoes. And then you kind of have to work out your favourite place to tuck the dino legs into. Top half, start with splitting the tail in half, unplugging that, we'll go back to him later. Lift the spikes down, rock the shoulders forward, turn the arms round, straighten the hands up, which are on an angle, so it actually looks pretty cool when you straighten those out, and then the head pops up there. Then you can just split those back fins, and let's get him looking a little bit more towards the camera. Now, bringing Starstream back in for size comparison, I'd say that was a pretty good scale, but the aesthetic is kind of completely off. I mean, I really do like the robot, but with the massive amounts of fins, this supposedly knight-looking head, but it's got a very anime feel to me. It looks more like Angemon from Digimon, or maybe even a really beefy Eevee unit. But as a toy, he's pretty fantastic. Head's on a ball joint. Doesn't have a lot of up and down motion, and you kind of have to get a finger right in to the back. Ow. And push this plate in to lock in. Doesn't really do so very well on its own. Lots of range on the arms. You've got a rotation joint and a pin joint at the shoulders. You have bicep swivel. You have a very deep elbow bend. And you do have wrist rotation. The unfortunate thing being, because it's at that really stiff angle, whilst his arms curled there, it just looks hideous once you start to turn it. So he kind of doesn't have as much posability at the wrist as I'd like. Nothing at the waist. That little bit of bend there, he can't really hold. That really should snap in there. Universal joint at the top of the leg. Thigh swivel, very deep knee for transformation, and then weird ankle arrangement which will give you some tilt backwards and forwards, but nothing side to side. He does come with his weapons. He comes with the club that plugs onto his tail and an extra set of fins which are supposed to sit on his back but do a very poor job of doing so. But straighten those up, slide that in, and you have a far more convincing looking battle axe which you slide into the hand at the thinnest point. And once you slide it up, he holds it pretty decently. Very few people are ever going to say that Snarl is their favourite Dinobot. He doesn't have that derpiness of Sludge. He doesn't have quite the iconic look that Slug or Slag, depending on when you're reading it, had to him. And he's certainly no Grimlock. But if I pull in the only Snarl figure I've had to date, which is this little chap, you can see that quite a lot of the design cues have been kept. He still has the big fans on the side, he still has the row of spikes down each leg, he's got this bisected chest. Apart from the fact that it's greebled to hell and these luminous colours, he'd actually make a pretty good modern day equivalent. With the Dinobots in our collection, of course, there is only one Grimlock. And whilst I know that every third party and their mum is having a go at knocking out G1 style masterpiece Dinobots at the moment, I like my Grimlock being a little bit taller than all the rest. And if we just get these two standing back to back, I'd say that was a forgivable height difference. So I'm going to give this guy quite a lot of bodywork, new paint, new head sculpt, and bring him far more in line with his G1 self. If enough people comment below, I may actually put some of that into a video and upload it. If you manage to get some of the Age of Extinction Dinobots, then you can continue to collect at the small scale, and the metallicized ones really do have some good play value to them. And actually, despite being a better build quality, cheaper than I've seen the originals for at the moment. If you haven't picked up any of the Dinobots yet, but you've been humming and hawing about it, I would really go for the Weijiang ones. If the people at Weijiang have got absolutely no shame and a business mind on them at all, they will actually re-release these again in the G1 colours with the resculpted heads from the Toys R Us box that I did a review of a couple of months ago. Those, it would be an absolute no-brainer. You would buy those immediately. As always, links to SirToys in the description below. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. If you like all my videos, hit subscribe. If you've got anything to add or vehemently disagree with me, leave something in the comments below. And until next time, if you're keeping the mint in package, you're not a toy collector, you're a box collector. Till next time.
Nice!